Okay, so our first problem on the Algebra Essentials quiz was 2 parentheses 2y plus 3 close parentheses equals 18. Okay, so the first thing we want to do here is we want to get rid of these parentheses. So the first thing we have to do is we have to distribute this 2. So now I have 2 times 2y, which is 4y, and 2 times 3, which is 6. Then I'm just going to bring down my equal sign and my 18. Now, I want to get my y alone, so I have to get rid of the 6 first. So I minus 6 on both sides. Whatever I do to one side, I also have to do to the other side. So now, I have 4y, I can bring down my 4y, plus 6 minus 6, that just equals 0. Then I have 18 minus 6. 18 minus 6 equals 12. So now I have one more step. I want to get my y alone, so I have to divide off my 4 on both sides. So these 4's will cancel. On my left side, I'm just left with y. And on my right, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So y equals 3 is my answer on that one. Okay? Now we're going to move on to number 2. Number 2 is 2/3 y minus 3 equals negative 13. Okay, so on this one, we're going to start it the same way. We want to get our y alone, but first we have to deal with this 3 right here. So, since it's negative, we're going to add 3 to both sides. So, once we add 3 to both sides, we're still left with our 2y, 2/3 y, sorry. Our 3's have canceled, and negative 13 plus 3 is negative 10. Okay, now this is where a lot of people had trouble. They don't like dealing with fractions. So, whenever I do have a fraction, what I always want to do is I multiply by the reciprocal. So when I do that, it means that I'm going to take this fraction right here, and I'm going to flip it. So instead of 2 over 3, I'm going to have my 3 over my 2. So I have 3 divided by 2 multiplied there, and also 3 divided by 2 multiplied over there. Remember, whatever I do to one side, I also have to do to the other side, okay? So over here, the reason why I do the reciprocal is because it'll always cancel out. So when I multiply the top, I'll have 6. I multiply the bottom, I have 6. If I have 6 over 6, that's just 1. And it leaves me with just my y. Now on the right side over here, we have 10 times 3 over 2. I know it helps a lot of you to put a 1 in the bottom of this 10. And then after that, you can just multiply across. So if I have negative 10 times 3, that's negative 30. And 1 times 2 is just 2. So now y equals negative 30 over 2. 2 goes into negative 30, negative 15 times. Okay? And that's answer to number 2, negative 15. So moving along to number 3. Number 3 is 4 parentheses 3 minus y equals 5y. Now this one kind of trips some people up because we have y's in 2 different places. But it's really not that hard. So we're going to treat this one like the first one. Since we have parentheses, we want to get rid of those. So the first thing we have to do is distribute. So we're going to distribute this 4 to the 3 and to the negative y. So 4 times 3 is 12. And 4 times negative y is negative 4y. I still have my 5y over here. And now I say I have two y's in different places, which means that I now need to combine my like terms. So I can add 4y to both sides. So I still have my 12 over here. These 4 y's have canceled. Now I have 5y plus 4y equals 9y. Now I want to get my y alone. So I divide off this 9. So I have 12 over 9 now. Now we're not quite done yet, because 12 over 9, we can still reduce that. I can say what number goes into 12 and also 9. So my first hint is 3. So 3 goes into 12 4 times, and 3 goes into 9 3 times. And that's a reduced fraction. It's an improper fraction. You can leave it like that if you want to, or you can make it into a mixed number. So 3 goes into 4 1 time. You still have 1 left over. So it is 1 1/3 or 4/3. Whatever you want to do. So we are at number 4 now. 4 is 3, 2y plus 3 equals 9. So same as the other ones, if we have parentheses, we're going to start off distributing. So our 3, we have to distribute to our 2y and also to our 3. So 3 times 2y is 6y. 3 times 3 is 9. And we're still left with our 9. So I subtract 9 from both sides, because I want to get my y's alone. So I drop down my 6y. This 9 cancels, and that 9, those 9s cancels, equals 0. Now when you get to this point, I just want you to look at this equation. So this equation is saying 6 times what number equals 0? So what is the number that I multiply by 6 that's going to give me 0? There's only one number when you multiply it by any other number that it's going to give you 0. So, and that's 0. So we know y equals 0. I know a lot of y'all did multiply the 6 out, and you're left with y equals 0 over 6. And you're all confused about what to do with that. So, I just want to show you that when you have this y0 over a certain number, it's always equal 0. So, little mini lesson here. If I have 0 over some number, it doesn't matter what it is, 32, 6, 7, 8, it's always going to equal 0. Okay? Now, when I have some number, doesn't matter what it is, 6 over 0, if I'm dividing by 0, then that is always undefined. Okay. So, 0 on top is just 0, 0 on bottom is undefined. But for this question, y equals 0 because 0 is on top. We have 2 more in this problem. We're on number 5. So I have 3y, 3/4 y, sorry, minus 5 equals 7. So now for this first one, I can add 5 to both sides. I want to get my y's alone. So I have my 3/4 y. These 5's cancel. Now I'm left with 7 plus 5. So 7 plus 5 equals 12. And we're back to multiplying by fractions. So whenever I have a fraction, remember I want to flip it and multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm flipping this fraction, so it's going to be 4/3. And remember, if I do it to one side, I also have to do it to the other side. So now I want these two fractions to cancel. So I have a 3 on top and a 3 on bottom, that cancels, and my 4 and my 4 on bottom cancel also. So on the right side here, I'm left with a y. And so look at my right side now. So if you want to, you can write this one down at the bottom here, and then multiply across. So 12 times 4, 12 times 4 is 48. And 1 times 3 is just 3. So now, I want to divide 3 by 48. How many times does 3 go into 48? It's just 16 times. So, y equals 16 is going to be your answer. So we are at our last problem. Is 3 parentheses y minus 5 close parentheses equals negative 3y. So when you have parentheses, the first thing you want to do is you want to distribute that number that's in front. So we're going to distribute to the 5 and to the negative y. So 3 times 5 equals 15 minus 3 times y, which is 3y. We still have our equal signs and then our negative 3y. So now we have y's on the right and the left, and we're going to combine our like terms. So I'm going to move this 3y, add it on both sides. So over here I'm left with 15. I have negative 3y plus 3y. Those would cancel, equals 0. And then negative 3y plus 3y over here is also going to cancel and equal 0. So now I have 15 equals 0. And I think this stumped a few of you. So whenever you have something equals something else, and they're not the same, obviously 15 doesn't equal 0. So that means that it's not true. So there is no solution to this problem. Okay, so that is the end of the quiz. I'll be posting some more videos with different types of 1- and 2-step equations.